Hey, what's going on? My name is Marquise, and I help entrepreneurs grow their business online with automated systems. Now, do you want to make sure that every customer who actually purchases from you have an exceptional experience, whether that's actually getting a product delivered or that's maybe some training? Then you definitely have to have a fulfillment system in your business. A fulfillment system is the third of the three that you need to have a business that runs without you. You have the marketing system, the selling system, but now when you make the sale, it's all about fulfillment. Now, if you want to see how you can actually make sure that you can have a fulfillment system in your business that's all about quality, something like a membership area, and also email marketing to make sure people get what they actually buy, make sure you watch this video where I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually implement these fulfillment systems into your business, and actually you can get one up and running in no time. I'll see you on the inside.
Fulfillment systems. And over the last week, we talked about the three core systems that you have in your business: marketing, selling, and then now we talk about fulfilling to be able to duplicate an extraordinary customer experience with fulfillment systems. And this is really more important than I even realized when I got started, to be honest with you. And when I look back at the people that I know that have success versus the people that I know that didn't have success, and then also the people that still continue to have success, it's really having a very strong fulfillment process within their business. And like I said, it goes back into treating your business like a business. Because as an affiliate, or when I was a network marketer, I was just always thinking about getting the initial sale, and then once the sale was done, I'm just thinking about getting the next sale. But having a fulfillment system, it's about just making sure that once people buy from you, once they exchange services from you, they have a good customer experience. Because that is really, it's not about, just getting the sale. Obviously that's what we want, but it's really about customer loyalty and making sure that they have a good customer experience. And that way they want to keep coming back to buy from you. And then it's not just about people buying from you as well. Like say for instance, if you were in network marketing, you want to be able to build a strong team, a good team of people who can do what you do. So by having a good fulfillment system, making sure that once people come into your organization, that they all get the training they need, that they all get the information they need, that is a fulfillment system. And that's how you actually duplicate your results, is by giving people the results that you know that work, giving people the systems that you know that work. And a lot of times we think about it just from hoarding information. We're just going to keep all the information that I have to myself. But then when you do that, you'll have some success from yourself, but then your success is probably going to hit a cap. And then if you're not building out a team, if you're not teaching other people what you know, then your results will ultimately be stagnated. So that's why that's just so important. And then at a high level, as I mentioned, the goal is ultimately freedom. That's ultimately what everyone wants. They have so many ways to say it, but we all want a sense of time, location, independence, freedom in some way. And then from a business standpoint, these marketing systems, the selling systems, the fulfillment systems that we're going to talk about today, these are the three core systems that once we have them in place, they ultimately, as we grow them, build us that freedom system. And so overall, just what is fulfillment? The third core system, as I talked about, is just customer fulfillment. And then that's ultimately where you deliver your product or service to someone and the process that happens along with that. And more, fulfillment is really what drives the loyalty that keeps people coming back to your business rather than your competitors. Because if somebody buys from you and they have a horrible experience, they're not going to buy from you again. It's just usually as simple as that. They're like, I'm going to go to the competitor. But usually, once people have a good experience with you, you literally do what you said you're going to do. You fulfill on your promise. You make sure they get their product and it's a good product. They get their receipt, stuff like that. That's what separates you from the competition. And according to Google, like if you do a definition of fulfillment, it's ultimately just the satisfaction or happiness as a result of fully developing one's ability or character. And that's not really enlightening when it comes to the business sense. So really, the second description that I found is a little bit more clear. Really, and that's just the achievement of something desired, promised, or predicted. Basically, meaning that you get what you paid for in a sense. So once you translate that in a way that relates to your business, and then you'll find that the fulfillment is just about achieving the customer's order through the process of receiving, packaging, and delivering the goods. And with fulfillment, like I said, it can be physically, it could be virtually. If we order something from Amazon Prime, the process of them shipping it to us in 2 days, us making sure that we got our receipts when they ordered it, when we bought it, that's just physically them fulfilling the order. Vice versa, if we bought something from Amazon that was like an ebook, a Kindle ebook, they just, let us know that we can check our Kindle and it's digitally been transferred to us. Same thing if you bought a course from someone. Usually there should be some type of membership area or whatnot, and that's what the fulfillment process is. And the road to fulfillment can really take on different forms depending on what type of business you run. So, like I said, if you sell a physical product, the way that you go about fulfilling your customer needs is going to be very different if you had a tangible service like consulting. So, say for instance, if someone bought an ebook from me, I don't actually have to mail anything to them, right? So my fulfillment process is a little different. But if I sold the physical version of my book, then I would be responsible for the packaging, the boxing, the shipping. That's a whole process of fulfillment. So it all depends on what business you're in, but there is going to be the process of fulfillment, regardless if you're doing something physically or virtually. And like I said, with that, there's so many parts, you just have to carefully plan, and there is organization that's necessary. But honestly, having a well outlined and smooth order fulfillment process will help your business continue to draw customers and satisfy them with your products. I can tell you how disconcerted I am when I buy something. I remember once before I bought like $1,000 coaching program, and it was like a day before I even got my order receipt. And so I was emailing the support team, like messaging, like, how do I even access anything? It was like I basically put my money in on the order page, went to a thank you page that just said check my email. Never got an email. Email didn't come into a day later. They didn't even reply to my support email until almost a day later. So customers obviously have expectations. Usually, if you buy something, you at least want to know how to access it. You at least want to get a receipt. So having that in your business separates you from the people that don't have it, especially in a big way when because customers get to talking, they don't buy from them. You don't even get what they told you you're going to get, stuff like that. So you want to look at that very importantly. And like I said, it was always going to look a little bit differently for various business types. So I kind of wanted to show few different examples of fulfillment in action. Kind of give you an overview of what it is, but now I'll kind of show you in action based on a few different business types. So here is just a normal sales page with the order form for one of my previous courses. So, you got the order form, and then what happens is someone will put in their contact information, they put in their credit card number, then I have to fulfill on that order, right? So my fulfillment system for this particular product is you just create a membership site for your business. You know, Instead of just saying I'm going to email you, your videos, or you have all your videos, maybe you're like on YouTube or whatnot, you can actually have a membership area in your software that you use or your website, and then that way once people actually buy your program, they have a membership area that they can log into. Everything that they need is right there. You can see there's like a link at the bottom to get support, a link to join the Facebook group. So it's an easy way to fulfill on the promise that you bought them and give them a good customer experience about being able to access everything.
And can I just say something real quick? Because I had bought a coaching program last year for $5,000. And what I got was a Google Drive of videos from her. There was no membership site, and then there was a Facebook group. And just thinking through that, the customer experience was horrible because nothing was in a correct order. They were all just shoved into this Google Drive, and it was very confusing. And it's like, what one do I go first? Because she had them 1, 2, 3, but you had to go up, you had to go down. And it's thinking like, I paid $5,000 for this. So the information was good. It was just that first onboarding, which kind of set me up to start thinking negatively about the program. So that's really important especially when you're looking at, a very smaller ticket item. And if you have really good organization, it's just set up really well, people are gonna be like, wow, I wonder what their higher ticket stuff is like, because just they put all this effort and time into like their smaller packages as well.
Yep, and that's a good point. And it's simple to us, but people pay for organization. I mean, that's all it is, we're organizing a lot of chaos in people's lives. So once we put together a fulfillment system like this, that's what people expect. They didn't want to buy something to be more confused. They want you to make it easy for them. So, say for instance, if somebody bought your product, you have a membership area. And then in the next example, I'm going to show you another fulfillment system here. So say for instance, if you're network marketing, you want to build a strong downline, right? You want a downline of winners. You want people when they come and they join your business opportunity with you, you don't want them to be confused, and you don't want to be stressed out from constantly answering the same questions in your DM, like simple questions that people may constantly be asking you. It's like, okay, let's have a fulfillment system. Let's create a membership site, or in this sense, we frame it as like a training center, but it's the same thing. It's like a membership area, and it's a training area. So once you join, our business opportunity with us, once you put in your information, in this case, your associate ID, we'll give you access to our training materials. So that was the first screen. And then once someone puts their information in, then it takes them into the membership area, the fulfillment system, which is just nothing but how to basically, we call it the new associate fast start basics. So it's helping people who join us learn what we know, so they can hit the ground running. So it shows them once they log in to their new product, how to navigate the back office. Because a lot of times when people join, especially if people have never, you know, done business opportunities, they've never made any type of income online, it's a new world for them. So it's like you're basically saying, okay, you can sell this product, but now you got to log into the system, and then you're going to be looking at all this stuff. And then most people, if they're not tech savvy, they're going to be confused, and they're not going to do anything. They're just going to probably quit after probably a week. So this is something that just makes it easier for them. So now it's like, okay, this is how once you log in, this is what you're going to see, this is how you navigate things. Then we had like a screenshot here, like what the compensation plan looks like. This is how you make money. Basically, we're showing you exactly how you can make money selling this product. This is what the commission levels are. This is how you can grow, things of that nature. So, and even we even have like a little label there of how to get your monthly supply for free. So we give them marketing tips on how to basically get your monthly supply for free by going out and doing these couple steps. You'll easily make your money back. So now everything you make is profit. So these are the little things that really move the needle in your business, because now that's why I call it, you're basically duplicating an extraordinary customer experience, because it's not just, in the case, you're not just selling a product and trying to make sure they have a good product experience. But in this case, you're trying to build people who can basically do what you do. So you're making it easy for them by putting it in this membership area. So once they join you, you can kind of fulfill and help them learn what you learned.
And
And
one
then,
thing about that, sorry,
okay.
but another thing about that is also it makes your team building so much easier. You're not having to, like Marquise said, go into the DMs. I have someone who refuses to build a downline because she doesn't want to be consumed by it. And I'm like, just build out a membership area, send your people who join you into this training center, have a 30-day plan for them, and show up inside of a Facebook group and do a live Q&A once a week. It's a super way of systemizing your downline, and to be able, and then just training how to have your downline do the exact same thing. And it just makes it so much less of a headache.
Yep, great point. Great point. All right. And then, like, another concept, or just thinking about fulfillment systems, is just stuff like receipts, making sure people get receipts as well. The fulfillment system, obviously, the membership area is a huge component of it, but it's a whole process in itself. It's making sure that they get their receipts and stuff like that. So like if you join our inner circle, you're going to get a receipt, for any product that you buy something from Amazon, you expect that receipt. And anytime you don't get something like that, it automatically just sets up a negative experience journey in the customer's head. So anytime you can change that, make sure you can implement these steps into your business. Another example is, it's like not just the receipt, but like as we talked about last week, it's like the welcome email. It's like, hey, if you join Inner Circle, here's the welcome email you get, just so it automatically just welcomes people, invites them, lets them know how to access the resources, lets them know how to get access to support if they have any questions. this is just a step to the fulfillment system that you add on, and it makes your life a lot easier, and then it makes the customer experience a lot better. And then also, as you know, this is another fulfillment system. Once again, for the inner circle, it's like, okay, you buy the product, you get your receipts, you get your welcome email, but then also you get access to a membership area. So now you join the membership area, and all the resources are there, all the calls are there, all the courses are there. And now, my life as a business owner is a lot easier because I can just go out and focus on selling more and getting more people into the marketing system, I should say. And then once they come into the fulfillment system, I already know that the experience is going to be the same for everybody because we laid it out to be in such a streamlined way. So now, we can talk about how you can actually improve your fulfillment process. Well, there's, a couple easy ways, but they're all very powerful. The first one is just making sure people get receipts. If you're selling your own product or service, make sure people get receipts. In any program that you use, like if you use ClickFunnels or whatnot, you have the ability to make sure the customers get receipts. So that's one thing we want to make sure that's done. Implement a brand welcome email. And that was one of the resources that I shared earlier today as a template for that is just making sure that for everybody who joins your email list, they get a welcome email from you, from your brand, basically letting them know what to expect going forward. And like I said, that's just one way to make sure everybody's going to come on with that same experience. Um, Also, create a new user onboarding sequence. You don't have to just stop at the welcome email. You can also have 3, 4, 5 follow-up emails to that as well. Especially if if you were selling a product, you want to have your welcome email, but then you want to have a onboarding sequence after that to kind of continue bridging the gap to getting them to know, like, and trust you while you continuing to try to offer them that product or service that you're selling. And then lastly, I put to build a membership area. It's very easy in most cases to build a membership area because most of the times the softwares that people are using already have the ability to do so. So now, instead of, like I said, having all your content on like YouTube and stuff like that, you can just use your own website and then build a membership area so people that join, or buy your product actually have the ability to access it within that area. And then just some tools that you can use for fulfillment. Like for instance, if you use some existing tools out there already, they already probably have the ability to have a membership component, like Wix does. We use WordPress. WordPress has a membership area. ClickFunnels, I use ClickFunnels as well. One of the very first screenshots that I showed was a ClickFunnels membership area. And also the one that we showed for Teresa's Healthy Mom CEO for building the downline, that was built in ClickFunnels as well. So you just can literally just add the membership component there. And then also you can use like Facebook groups as a membership area in a sense. If you're not, trying to actually invest, you can use like the guide section as a membership component and then just make sure everything's structured in a streamlined way so people don't get lost. And then when it comes to follow-ups, like I talked about, like the receipt emails and the welcome emails, you would just use the email marketing software for that. And the ones that we always recommend would be ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, and MailerLite are some good ones as well that you can use for follow-up.